Hey everybody, I got tagged, so here's a bunch of information about me. My name is Jen. I do Facebook, and it's more than HCG. I don't have a separate HCG Facebook account, so I've never really given it out. I'm more into the MyFitnessPal group. That's where I do my HCG chatting. And I'm the same JHober1 on MyFitnessPal as I am on YouTube. I live in San Antonio, Texas. I'm married. Next month I will have been married 12 years. Happily married. And I have 3 kids. I have Brendan, who just turned 9. Andy, who is 5.5. And Kaylee, who's almost 2. She'll be 2 in May. And I stay home and homeschool them. Hobbies. Well, homeschooling takes up a lot of time, but I'd have to say my #1 hobby is cooking. But I'd really love to travel. Of course, that's kind of hard to do with young kids and lack of money, but that's something I'd really like to do. Do I collect anything? Yes, I collect kitchen gadgets. Magic bullet, had to have one. The Ninja, had to have one. My newest one is a cream whipper. I have to switch screens. There you go. Let's see. Look at that! It doesn't currently have any cream in it, even though it's cold, because you're supposed to keep it in the refrigerator for when you put the cream in it. But it's just like what you'd buy at the store. But I can use any sweetener or flavoring I want. Works fantastic. And it's 48 chargers. You put just a little tiny thing of nitrous oxide in this thing right here to actually whip it inside. And then you squirt it like normal. You just push down on the thing. Mine takes a cup of cream at a time. You can buy bigger. And it whips it up to 3, sometimes 4 times the amount. So a tablespoon of cream is 45-50 calories depending on what you buy. You would get like 3 tablespoons of whipped cream for the same calories. So love this because I can no longer find sugar-free whipped cream. So let's see what's next. Favorite color, dark blue. That's been my favorite color for a long time. I'm not really into pastels, except I like wearing light blue, as you can see, because it matches jeans. I'm a big jean person, you know, considering how much I like dark blue. I wear a lot of jeans. Favorite relaxing activity? Definitely like reading. Fiction. When did you start HCG? August 2011. I've done 3 rounds. How does your family feel about it? They love it. The only part we don't like is that sometimes I get lightheaded in the middle of VLCDs, but we cope. I make him bathe the children because it's a lot of up and down in the bathtub when I'm that way. But it's a small price to pay for how much weight I've lost. So, have you read Pounds and Inches? Seriously? Many times. Have you read Weight Loss Apocalypse? No, I've read some of the others that are floating around on vlogs, but not that one yet. I will probably tackle that one on my next round when I'm in the VLCDs. I think I actually have it on hold at the library too, but it was like 60 people, so I think I'm waiting on it, but it's been so long I can't remember if that's the book I'm waiting on. Favorite vloggers, HCG or not? Well, I didn't get on YouTube until HCG, so I'm new to it. So everybody I know on YouTube is an HCGer, but I particularly like Hebby Dobby, Runkman, Mama Clock, Dancing Hottie, hHCG Crazy, Miss HCG Girl, HCG Charm. Those are the ones I definitely watch every single thing they make. Name some vloggers that I'd love to hang out with. Same ones. Any old school HCG vloggers that you would love to see do an update? Well, I just saw Mama Clock's tag video, so it would be Runkman. What type of HCG do you use? I started out with injections, and I used... I can't even remember. It's been too long ago now. I bought it from Pharmacy Escrow, and they've stopped selling, at least to new patients. So I switched to the Intermountain pellets. Switch screens again. I switched to this. I found absolutely no difference whatsoever. This works just as well, and I don't even take as much as they say. It says 3 pellets 3 times a day. I take 4 twice a day. I get this from www.netrition.com. It's like 27 bucks. And I swear, 1 bottle lasts 2 rounds. So I'm never going to go back. Even though injections work just fine. I have no problem with them either. They were more costly and a lot more trouble to obtain. So it's not worth it to me. What made you choose your type? Well, I just told you. I switched because of the cost. People tend to ask where you get it from. I already said. What is your round status as of today? I am round 3 in P4. Been here for a couple weeks. And I'm still in the 2 pound plus or minus range from the LIW. Short or long rounds? Neither. I do medium. Consistently 30 to 33 days is about all I can handle mentally. I start craving fat so badly that I start going crazy. Matter of fact, the last 5 days or so are only doable knowing that they're my last 5 days. You know, it's a mental thing. I don't know. Anyway, what was the results of your first round? I lost 15 pounds or 17 pounds, depending on whether you count loading. Your best round, last one. In fact, the more I learn about myself and how to do HCG and whatnot, the better it gets. Every round has been a little bit better, not much. I'm not a very quick loser. How much more weight do you want to lose, if any? 23 pounds. 170 is my goal. I've lost 91 pounds so far. Are you planning on any more rounds of HCG? Yes. Don't know exactly when. End of April or May. Right now, life is just chaotic. What food or drink do you miss the most? Potato chips, Cheetos, and desserts that I haven't been able to make low carb. I can make Dorito kind of chips low carb, but I can make French fry type things too, but not potato chips and not Cheetos. And a lot of desserts I can make, but some of them are just not worth the trouble, or just you can't do it, or I haven't figured it out yet. So those are what I miss most. I have a big sweet tooth. What is your favorite phase? P4, of course. P2 is good in the beginning. It's motivating to see the weight drop off. P3 is hell for me, excuse me, but I do not stabilize on P3. It is a roller coaster. It takes the full 3 weeks of P3 before I finally start seeing some stabilization. Favorite loading food? I like to go out to a buffet, Chinese or just American type buffet. I like eating things that I haven't figured out how to make low carb versions of. So, favorite new seasoning since starting HCG? I have several. I have it somewhere. Here's one. Smoked paprika. Love this stuff. I'm really into smoke flavoring. I use liquid smoke a lot too. And then this is a blend I mix up myself, and I put it in a Mrs. Dash, and I call it Mrs. Dana, and it's her heroin wings, chicken wings. Heroin, there's no heroin in it. It's addictive like heroin kind of thing. And I think I add onion and garlic. I don't think she puts onion and garlic in hers, and I add it to mine. But other than that, it's Dana Carpenter's heroin wings recipe. You'll have to buy her cookbook or something to get it. Might be on her website. I've mentioned it before. It's holdthetoast.com. Let's see. And, oh, yes. And Hebby Dobby introduced these to me. They're Capella Drops, graham cracker flavor for pie crusts, that kind of thing. I haven't actually made graham crackers per se because I'm not a big graham cracker fan, but I have used it in pie crust. This one is chocolate fudge brownie. Use that in coffee or chocolate delight, which I don't do very often. I'm not real fond of it, or brownies or things like that. There's a lot of uses for chocolate. It's pretty good. Unsweetened baker's chocolate's better if you ask me. Here's another one. Wow. Pralines and cream. It's alright. I mostly use that in coffee. The really, really good one for coffee is, hold on. I have a bunch of these. I didn't bring it with me. No, I did. Here it is. This is my favorite coffee flavor by far. Caramel or caramel. And then I have this unusual one. Popcorn. I suggested to them to make a roasted corn, not a popcorn, because I'd like to make cornbread, a P3 or P4 type cornbread, but they never got back to me. But you can suggest flavors on their site. And then this is a good one. Vanilla cupcake. Good coffee, yogurt, that kind of thing. This one's good, but you can use regular cinnamon, and it's kind of similar. Cinnamon Danish. I like using this in Kent. I can't think of his YouTube name. Beowulf, something like that. The Atkins recipe guy. Makes good his mock Danish in the microwave. Ooh, so good. And this is my new favorite. Amaretto. I don't know where I've been all my life, but I had no idea that amaretto meant almond. And I love almond flavoring. And I'll show you where I use that soon. And this last one I haven't yet opened. The vanilla cupcake is good, but I'm a real big vanilla fan, so I got vanilla custard too. So, anyway, these have absolutely no sweetener in them whatsoever, so you use whatever sweetener you want. Some of them are artificially flavored, some of them are naturally flavored, if that matters to you. So, those are my spices and stuff. Let me see what the next question is. Okay, favorite P2 food. I'd have to say taco salad's a big one. Lettuce with either chicken or beef, with some salsa, things like that. I did learn to love, especially in the first week, boiled radishes in broth, a type of soup with that in it. Boiled radishes taste amazingly like potatoes, so, and they're extremely low calorie. It's like 11 radishes is 6 calories or something crazy like that. I've talked about radishes before too. Favorite P3 food. I have to say that first steak with the fatty edge is just awesome. And, oh, I should have brought that out here. Anyway, I use a barbecue sauce called Elgin barbecue sauce. And recently, Nutrition got in the Guy's, I don't believe it's Guy Fieri, but Guy's sugar-free barbecue sauce. And I've tried the smoky garlic. I have 2 more of them, but I haven't tried them yet. They're very similar to the Elgin. It's very similar. Very low-calorie, sugar-free barbecue sauce. And I mix the Elgin one with a dressing, salad dressing that I get from Sprouts, but I've seen it in grocery stores, in elite ones. Drew's smoked tomato, and it's P3 friendly. And when you mix it with the barbecue sauce, oh, it makes such a good topping to steak and burgers and chicken. And then, ooh, my new next thing. Hold on. I make brownies out of avocados. Can you believe it? Avocados. And I'm going to show you one. And this latest batch is using the amaretto. It's like each recipe makes 9 big brownies. And I have frosting too, and I think both the brownies and the frosting take 40 drops of amaretto. So, but anyway, I want to show you one. It's just, God, delicious. Look at that. That is absolutely P3 friendly. Nice, dense brownie. Delicious. Ah, fantastic. And I posted it on my Facebook just for fun, not because I have a lot of HCG people on there. But, and Neely has a similar brownie. But I made it into a graphic, so I'm going to have to show it to you instead of, I don't have the text anymore. So, read fast. Let's see. Okay. That's the brownie. And this is fantastic fudgy frosting. Anyway, hope you can read that. They're fantastic. I've had one a day for like the last 2 weeks, and I'm pretty stable right now. So, and they have something new at HEB, grocery stores. I'm so excited. Duncan Hines came out with a plain thing canister of frosting, and then flavor packets to add to the frosting. Brilliant, because the sweetening is in the frosting can, not the flavoring packet. So I'm going to show you 2 of them. The entire packet is 2 carbs. And if I made my brownie frosting, it covers 9 brownies, so it would be 1/9 of 2 carbs, a fraction of a carb to each brownie to have a flavor. So these are just 2 I picked up. Mint chocolate would go great on a chocolate brownie. I kind of have to make them chocolate to cover up the avocado, so that would be really good. Not necessarily the flavor of the avocado, because that didn't come through at all, but the color, the green, because there's 1/3 of an avocado in every brownie. And then here's a cherry vanilla. I thought cherry vanilla chocolate would be pretty good too. They do have a slight amount of dextrose, and I can tell you exactly how much dextrose is in this, because there is 2 grams in the entire packet of carbs, and a gram of sugar. A gram, think paperclip, is 4 carbs. So this has half a paperclip of sugar in it. If that bothers you, don't use it, but for P4, it would be fine. It would be a good, you know. Anyway, you get the point. Okay, so excited about that. They had like 12 different flavors, so. Then, recipes that are absolutely fantastic. Hi, Andy. Give me a minute. I'm doing a video. I make, I take a head of cauliflower, and run it through the food processor and make it into rice. And do it raw, not cooked. And then I make it just like Spanish rice. I fry it up in a skillet and add salsa to it and bell pepper usually, and that's about all. A little bit of butter, and it's absolutely fantastic. And then I also take cauliflower and I put it in one of those Ziploc steamer bags, the florets. Stop. Okay. And God, and then after I cook it 8 minutes for a whole large Ziploc bag, chop it up into potato salad sized pieces, and I make my mom's recipe for potato salad, which has a jar of pimento and some sliced olives in it, and it's very good, and it tastes exactly like potato salad. It's amazing. So those are my favorite P3 foods. I also wrote beef fajita with guacamole, things made with almond flour, my family's secret brisket recipe, bacon, and Havarti cheese. So, favorite P2 treat would be Miss HCGGirl's strawberry slushie. I don't really do the chocolate delight. I don't like it very much. It tastes like cheap chocolate to me. I'm spoiled. If I was desperate, I'd make it, but I like the strawberry slushie better, and it makes a bunch. Gotta love the Ninja. For those who have completed a P3, don't ask me for any advice. I'm the wrong person. I don't seem to stabilize until the 3 weeks of P3 are passed. I try not to go crazy. Andy, stop it, please. Try not to go crazy watching the weight. There have been periods of time where I've stopped weighing myself because it's mentally brought me down so low. When I feel like I can face the number again, and I'm not cheating, but when I, feel I can face the number and feel up to doing fat fast days, then that's what I do to correct fat fasting. Works for me, not necessary for everybody, but my body is pretty damaged, so it takes fat fasting. Then for those who are in P4 or who have visited P4, suggestions for keeping the weight off. Monitor your weight. Do what you need to do to stay in your range. Watch for foods your body gains on, and that can be different in different phases. Learn from mistakes. Don't be afraid to go against the rules if the rules don't work for your body. Not everybody is the same. So figure out what works, do what works, and do what you can live with. So, that's my advice. It's taken me 4 years or so to figure out how to diet, basically, with something I can live with long term. And 91 pounds later, I'd consider that a success. So, anyway, hope this video isn't too long. Talk to y'all later. Bye.